I think it has a little bit of everything. It's a throwback, but then again, it's modern because you have the young Expendables.
Couldn't take the stairs?
Now, you are representing the young guns here.
Sylvester Stallone is more than just a Hollywood legend. He's the powerhouse behind two of the most iconic characters in movie history, Rocky and Rambo. From action-packed sequences to deeply emotional monologues, Stallone has given audiences everything. When the Expendables united all the old-school tough guys on one explosive screen, fans were thrilled. But behind the scenes, not everything was as smooth. Tensions rose, especially between Stallone and Bruce Willis. Stallone didn't stay silent. He went public, even taking to Twitter. What really happened between these two action giants? And where does their relationship stand today? To understand, we have to go back to the beginning, Hell's Kitchen, New York City. Born on July 6, 1946, Sylvester Gardenzio Stallone had a tough start. His mother, Jackie, was a women's wrestling promoter, and his father, Frank Sr., was a hairdresser from Italy. At birth, forceps delivery caused nerve damage in Stallone's face, resulting in his now famous slurred speech and drooping lip. He was bullied as a child but used bodybuilding and acting to build self-esteem. Even his name has a story. His mom wanted to call him Tyrone after actor Tyrone Power, but his dad insisted on Sylvester. Known as Binky as a kid, he was later nicknamed Stinky by classmates, prompting him to go by Mike for a time. Life wasn't stable. He spent time in foster care and moved with his family to Maryland and then Washington, D.C., where his parents divorced. At 15, he moved to Philadelphia with his mom, marking a turning point. School life wasn't easy. Classmates once voted him most likely to end up in the electric chair. But Stallone kept moving forward, attending several schools including Notre Dame Academy, Charlotte Hall Military Academy, and Miami-Dade College, before studying drama at the University of Miami. He didn't graduate, but decades later received a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree based on his work experience. During those years, he struggled financially, so much so that in 1970 he accepted $200 to star in a softcore adult film, The Party at Kitty and Studs, saying later that he was desperate and sleeping in a bus station at the time. He picked up odd jobs, including working at a zoo and ushering in a theater, where he was fired for scalping tickets. Despite setbacks, he never gave up, often spending hours in libraries reading Edgar Allan Poe. In 1972, after several uncredited and minor roles, Stallone caught a break when a casting agent saw him in a small play and cast him in The Lords of Flatbush, his first starring role. That helped him gain more parts in films like Farewell, My Lovely, Capone, and Death Race 2000, as well as TV shows like Police Story. Then came his big break. Inspired by a 1975 boxing match between Muhammad Ali and Chuck Wepner, Stallone wrote the script for Rocky in just 3 days. Studios loved it, but wanted to cast big stars. Stallone refused to sell the script unless he played the lead. Eventually, producers agreed with a reduced budget, and Rocky hit theaters in 1976. The film was a huge success, and Stallone became the third person in history to receive Oscar nominations for both acting and writing in the same film. This launched him into superstardom. In 1982, he introduced another unforgettable character, John Rambo in First Blood, a role that showcased both emotional depth and explosive action. The Rambo series grew into a 5-film franchise lasting until 2019. By 1984, Stallone received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame and was among the highest-paid actors of the 80s and 90s, starring in hits like Cobra, Cliffhanger, Demolition Man, and The Specialist. He had a famous rivalry with Arnold Schwarzenegger, a fan-favorite dynamic throughout the action movie Golden Age. In the 2000s, Stallone revived his old characters with Rocky Balboa, 2006, and Rambo, 2008, and launched a nostalgic action franchise, The Expendables, in 2010. Bringing together action legends like Jet Li, Jason Statham, Dolph Lundgren, and Bruce Willis, it was a dream come true for fans. But friction with Willis became public when Stallone criticized his former co-star online. Meanwhile, Stallone continued proving his talent wasn't fading. In 2015's Creed, he returned as an older Rocky training Apollo Creed's son. The film was a critical and commercial success, earning Stallone a Golden Globe and another Oscar nomination, nearly 40 years after the original Rocky. He even entered the Marvel Universe, playing Stakar Ogord in Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 2 and its sequel. From struggling in New York to becoming a Hollywood icon, Stallone's journey is one of resilience, transformation, and undying passion. And though drama with co-stars made headlines, his career remains a testament to grit, talent, and never backing down. Sylvester Stallone led a star-studded team of mercenaries in The Expendables. The cast was packed with big names: Jason Statham, Jet Li, Dolph Lundgren, Terry Crews, Mickey Rourke, Randy Couture, Eric Roberts, and Steve Austin. Even Bruce Willis and Arnold Schwarzenegger made appearances. The movie made over $34 million in its opening weekend, marking the biggest debut of Stallone's career. However, not everything went smoothly behind the scenes. Brazilian company O2 Filmes claimed it was still owed over $2 million for its work on the film. In 2012, The Expendables 2 was released and performed even better with critics, earning a 67% rating on Rotten Tomatoes compared to 41% for the first. The cast expanded further, adding action legends Chuck Norris and Jean-Claude Van Damme. That same year, Stallone explored a different creative path. He helped write a Broadway musical based on Rocky, proving he could write emotionally moving stories, not just action-packed scripts. In 2013, he starred in Bullet to the Head, based on a French graphic novel, and reunited with Schwarzenegger in Escape Plan. He also returned to the boxing ring in Grudge Match, this time opposite Robert De Niro, a fun callback to his Rocky days. Stallone was also involved in a plan to remake the Spanish film No Rest for the Wicked, but the project was eventually scrapped. Still, he stayed busy, penning the script for Homefront, an action film starring Jason Statham. In 2014, The Expendables 3 introduced new faces like Wesley Snipes, Antonio Banderas, Mel Gibson, and Harrison Ford, but it didn't fare well at the box office and was poorly received by fans and critics. Despite the misstep, Stallone's name remained synonymous with action and Hollywood heroism. He even stepped outside his comfort zone, appearing in comedies like Oscar and Stop, or My Mom Will Shoot. Though these weren't major hits, they showed he wasn't afraid to experiment. In 1997, he impressed audiences with his role in Copland, gaining weight to play an ordinary small-town sheriff in a serious drama. His performance was respected for its depth and range. More recently, Stallone returned to television with the 2022 crime drama Tulsa King. Outside of acting, he's also passionate about painting and art collecting and has written books on health and fitness. From writing Rocky in just 3 days to leading blockbuster action films, Stallone's journey reflects grit, talent, and relentless drive. Yet, his personal life has also been filled with highs and lows, love, loss, and complicated family relationships. Stallone has been married 3 times. His first wife, Sasha Zack, whom he married in 1974 at age 28, bore him 2 sons, Sage Moonblood Stallone, born in 1976, who tragically died of heart disease in 2012 at the age of 36, and Sergio Stallone, born in 1979, who was diagnosed with autism at an early age. Stallone and Sasha divorced on February 14, 1985. Later that same year, he married actress and model Bridget Nielsen on December 15 in Beverly Hills. The marriage lasted only 2 years but was highly publicized. In 1988, Stallone met model Jennifer Flavin. Their relationship lasted several years but faced turbulence in 1994 when Stallone told her he was expecting a child with model Janice Dickinson. However, DNA tests revealed he wasn't the father. After a brief engagement with Angie Everhart, Stallone reunited with Jennifer. They married in May 1997 and had 3 daughters, Sophia, Sistine, and Scarlett. All 3 were chosen to be Golden Globe ambassadors at the 74th Golden Globe Awards. After 25 years of marriage, Jennifer filed for divorce on August 19, 2022, in Palm Beach County, but they reconciled just a month later, on September 23. Despite the ups and downs in his romantic life, Stallone maintained close family ties. He has a good relationship with his younger brother Frank Stallone, a singer and occasional actor who contributed music to some of Sylvester's films, including Rambo, First Blood Part 2, and Staying Alive. Frank's 1983 hit, Far From Over, even reached number 10 on the U.S. charts. He appeared in the Rocky series as a street singer and left a subtle but steady mark on Stallone's work. In 2012, Stallone suffered heartbreaking losses. His half-sister Toni and Feliti died of lung cancer at age 48, and his son Sage passed away the same year. Stallone once had a close friendship with actor Joe Spinell, and they collaborated on several films. However, their relationship deteriorated during the filming of Nighthawks in 1981, and they never worked together again. Spinell died in 1989. Stallone's dedication to realism in action films has taken a physical toll. He insisted on doing many of his own stunts, resulting in serious injuries. During Escape to Victory, he broke a finger trying to block a penalty kick from soccer legend Pelé. While filming Rocky IV, Stallone urged co-star Dolph Lundgren to hit him as hard as possible in the chest. The result? Stallone woke up in intensive care at St. John's Hospital and stayed there for 4 days. In The Expendables, a fight scene with wrestler Steve Austin left Stallone with a broken neck, requiring surgery to insert a metal plate. Yet while Stallone was a tough guy on screen, his real life had its darker moments. Legal troubles and scandals followed him throughout the years. In February 2001, a woman named Margie Carr accused him of rape at a gym in Santa Monica. His lawyer denied the claim, noting she had already sold the story to a tabloid. In 2007, Stallone was caught with 48 vials of human growth hormone in his luggage by Australian customs officers. He pleaded guilty in court on May 15. In 2013, it emerged that Stallone had paid a $2 million settlement in 1987 to his half-sister Toni and Felitti, who accused him of abuse. His legal team argued she was a drug addict trying to blackmail him, but her son Ed Felitti supported her, saying she spoke of it often before her death. In 2016, another serious allegation surfaced. An unnamed woman claimed Stallone had forced her into a threesome with his bodyguard while she was only 16 during the filming of a movie in Las Vegas in 1986. Stallone denied the accusation, and his ex-wife Bridget Nielsen publicly defended him, stating the event did not occur. At the time of the allegations, another actor, David Mendenhall, defended Sylvester Stallone, denying claims that Stallone had been introduced to the accuser through him. In 2017, another woman accused Stallone of sexually assaulting her in his office during the 1990s, an allegation Stallone strongly denied. His lawyer stated that the woman only came forward after a website refused to publish her story. The legal team also revealed that Stallone had a brief relationship with her in 1987 and had 2 witnesses who confirmed the accusations were false. In June 2018, the Santa Monica police passed the case to the Los Angeles District Attorney's Office, but by October, the case was dropped due to insufficient evidence and lack of witnesses. Following this, Stallone filed a report of his own, accusing the woman of lying on an official document. Throughout the years, Stallone has experienced both admiration and controversy. From hospital beds after intense fight scenes to courtrooms addressing legal battles, his journey has been far from ordinary. Yet, one chapter of Stallone's life stands out for its mix of action and emotion: his complicated relationship with fellow action star Bruce Willis. What began as a close friendship eventually turned explosive. Stallone and Willis, 2 of the most iconic action heroes of their time, became good friends and strengthened their bond while working on The Expendables in 2010. Written and directed by Stallone, the film brought together a dream team of action legends including Jason Statham, Jet Li, Dolph Lundgren, and more. Bruce Willis played the mysterious CIA agent Mr. Church, whose brief but impactful role contributed to the film's success. He returned for The Expendables 2, and their chemistry on-screen matched their camaraderie off-screen. Fans loved seeing the 2 together. However, tension quietly started brewing, not over scripts or stunts, but over money. The tension reached its breaking point during the planning of The Expendables 3. Stallone wanted the original team back and offered Willis $3 million for just a few days of work. Willis reportedly demanded $4 million instead, just $1 million more. Stallone found the request unreasonable and took to Twitter, posting a harsh message, "Greedy and lazy, a sure formula for career failure." While he didn't name Willis directly, everyone understood who the tweet targeted. The public fallout stunned fans. Shortly afterward, Stallone replaced Willis with Harrison Ford, sending a loud message that there would be no compromise. The feud escalated beyond money. It became about pride, trust, and loyalty. Stallone felt betrayed by someone he had considered a friend, while Willis never responded publicly. He simply walked away from the project. Some speculated he wanted to pursue different roles, while others believed the money was the issue. This wasn't the first time Willis turned down Stallone either. He had also rejected an offer to star in Escape Plan, a role that eventually went to Arnold Schwarzenegger. That film later grew into a $122 million franchise, another project Stallone moved forward with, minus Willis. Despite the rift, time brought perspective. In 2014, a year after their falling out, Stallone returned to Twitter, not with criticism, but with an apology. He confirmed they had made peace, much to the relief of fans. But in 2022, tragedy struck when Bruce Willis was diagnosed with aphasia, a condition that severely impacts communication abilities. His family shared the heartbreaking news that he would be retiring from acting. Stallone was deeply affected and expressed his sorrow in an interview, saying, "Bruce is going through some really difficult times. That kills me. It's so sad." Though they weren't in touch at the time, Stallone made it clear he cared deeply for Willis. He offered public support, praised him, and shared his prayers for the family. It was a moving moment that showed how their bond had endured, despite past tensions. Looking back, their relationship reflected both rivalry and respect. Interestingly, long before The Expendables, Stallone had actually turned down the role of John McClane in Die Hard, a role that would skyrocket Bruce Willis to fame. While Stallone had already become a household name with Rocky and Rambo, he admitted that Willis had something special. That mutual recognition of each other's star power made their friendship all the more compelling. However, as often happens in Hollywood, business strained even the strongest connections. The money dispute surrounding The Expendables 3 hurt them both. Stallone's public criticism was harsh, and Willis's silence spoke volumes. But in time, the anger faded. Stallone later expressed regret over how he handled the situation and has since spoken with nothing but warmth and support regarding Willis's health challenges. As of 2025, Stallone continues to speak kindly about Bruce Willis, sharing updates, offering support, and honoring their shared past. Though their days of working together may be over, their friendship has transformed into something quieter, deeper, and more respectful. In the end, their story is about far more than movies. It's about two cinematic icons who navigated the highs and lows of fame, endured conflict, found forgiveness, and remained connected through it all. So, what do you think? Was Sylvester Stallone right to call out Bruce Willis publicly over money? And which action duo do you prefer? Stallone and Willis, or Stallone and Schwarzenegger? Share your thoughts in the comments below, hit like, and subscribe for more incredible stories from Hollywood's fascinating history. See you next time.